Yay!
Let's remove the pointer just because, sometimes accidents happen and you can be off stream pretty quickly. So, hey everyone, we are from the couch.
Live again.
Yes, we are from the couch. In case you wondered. So, hey everyone, welcome aboard. This is From the Couch. This is a show about technology and gaming. Well, what's happened in the last week, basically. Mm-hmm. And, of course, we are here every Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 2000 hours Universal Time. We are here to try to entertain you if possible. And I think we're doing a really good job at it. Anyways, I might be biased. I don't know why. So welcome everybody.
This show is boring. Don't watch it.
Welcome everybody. This is show number 17. We are May the 4th, 2017. So May the 4th be with you.
Happy Star Wars Day, everyone.
Yes. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
I've seen that everywhere today. I think there's not even one website that I went to that it wasn't.
Well, yeah.
They weren't talking about it.
Happy Star Wars Day, everyone.
So, hey everyone, welcome aboard. Hello, my co-host, Gabriel, how are you?
Pretty good, and you?
Okay, I'm surviving.
You're surviving.
I'm surviving. And we both found ourselves doing a little bit of Facebook Live yesterday, and I think we got hooked to Facebook Live for some reason.
Addicted now.
So, I don't know. So, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you had a rough week.
Yeah, rock and roll week. Quite rough, I must say.
Yeah, okay. Well, not expand too much.
What about you?
Nothing special, It's one of those weeks where you're looking at everything and you're like, okay, I feel miserable.
Well, you should.
Well, things will get better one day.
Of course,
Hopefully. So, who is it to start again? It's your turn this week. Okay.
So,
what do you have to say?
So today we start with Nintendo's announcement, last Friday, or soon after our last show, announcing that they would take out the new 2DS XL.
Okay.
Which is basically like the new 3DS XL that I have right here.
Okay.
But without the 3D. And, well, people wondered, okay, why are they doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And a few days ago, President of Nintendo of America, Regis Fils-Aimé, told journalists that, they wanted to kind of bring the 2DS, which still exists, but is like just a dual screen that doesn't fold.
Okay.
It costs like $80, I believe. It's still selling pretty well, but they wanted to give it a little update, and the fact that the 2DS XL is foldable like that, you can bring it with you a lot more easily. And they also wanted to make it for young gamers who are just starting to play video games, and like he says, this 5, 6, 7-year-old kid who he wants to play Mario Kart, he wants to play Zelda, he wants to play all these games, but at 6 years old, who cares about 3D or not? And the cost of a 3DS is roughly $200, which can be a bit expensive for a portable console for young childrens that actually might drop it on the floor 5 minutes after getting it.
Okay.
So they decided to take out a new version of the 2DS, new 2DS XL, which will actually launch on July 28th in North America and Europe.
Okay.
And on June 15 in Australia, actually.
Okay.
For around $150 instead of $200 for the 3DS, which is quite affordable for.
But it's still
But it's a console. You have remember that you're paying for a console.
Just cut the price of the 3DS.
No, I don't think they want to do that because the 3DS itself is owning big time the portable market, so they have no reason to cut the price of it.
I would tell you my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I would tell you they're not going to sell a lot of the 2DS.
I don't think...
Because people will just go to the 3DS anyway.
Probably. But, we'll have to see, I guess.
Especially if you're about to give out $150, and for $50 more, you've got
the 3DS.
The 3DS.
But I don't think, like President of Nintendo said, I don't think that the gamer like myself, the older gamer, will buy the 2DS. They won't. They will buy the 3DS. But for younger kids, that, like I said, that might actually drop it on the floor. You don't necessarily want.
It's still a $150 drop.
Still, but better than
150, 200.
Better than dropping an iPhone.
Yeah, but
But yeah, I don't think they're gonna sell that much either. But we'll see. Just the 3DS itself, which the price won't be cut.
I find that move a little.
It's a bit weird.
Weird.
But at least it shows us one thing. They're not afraid of taking out other stuff, even though the Nintendo Switch came out. So it's not like they're scared that the portable market will be influenced by the Switch or vice versa. That's my take on it. And it's going to cost $150 in the US, 133 British pound, 200 Australian dollars. June and July, and we'll see, I guess. But
I'd rather they announce instead of that they announce. I don't know. We're gonna do another 10 million classic Nintendo
I guess.
Or something.
But at least they own the portable market. There is no competitor.
Yeah.
The closest is the PlayStation Vita or PlayStation Portable, which is barely selling anywhere. In Japan it might sell, but I don't know. In America,
because it doesn't sell really.
In other places in the world, there's 5 people who bought it. So more than that.
They should have done instead. You know what? A portable classic Nintendo.
But only in Japan though. The 3DS last year sold over 3 million.
Okay.
Over 3 million. So it's been out for quite a while already.
Okay.
So it just goes to show that yes, it still sells pretty well.
Okay.
I got this 2 years ago, I believe, and I don't play a lot with it.
Okay.
But for the games I want to play, when I'm not home.
Are you
it's
bringing when you go somewhere you?
I have it in my bag, and
Okay.
And what's cool with these is that you play, and if you fold it, it goes into sleep. And when you reopen it, you start wherever you left. So you don't have. If you forget to save your game, it's no big deal unless you accidentally remove the cartridge. But it's cool to have, and it's useful for the games.
Okay, but I don't know. I have a hard time with that 2DS.
It's
a weird decision.
I felt it was weird too.
It's a weird decision.
But it's.
But anyways,
Nintendo announced it, and
we'll see.
It's kind of a big news this week in the gaming news because there was not much. Well, we are in the down period of the year.
When the only news you've got is, hey, there's a new Mickey Mouse game.
There is Mickey Mouse on the Apple Watch.
$1,000 watch for
Mickey Mouse
giving me the time. Well, that's a weird decision, personally, but we'll see. Anyways, these companies, I guess they, look at the market and say, well, maybe we can do something about that.
In Japan, they're going to sell it anyway.
And now with the Switch selling really well, and
what did they say for the Switch? I think it was, how many they sold? Only in March, the Switch sold 2.7 million units. Some of them were even shipped by planes.
They want I believe they want to sell 10 million.
10 million by next year.
Next year.
Yeah, and some of the units at launch were even shipped by planes to make sure to meet the demand.
Okay.
So
you can see the planes in the sky full of Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Who's actually driving the plane? He's playing on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So, hey everyone in the chat room, by the way.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yes, there is a lot of rain here, and we're actually today making from the couch on board a boat. So if we see, we go from left to right or something, That's because of all the rain. Okay, this week the big news for the PC side and the tech side is the Microsoft education event, EDU event, which was interesting, very interesting.
I watched the highlights.
The keynote was half weird, half cool. They kind of threw in some stuff in there that you're like, what? And some stuff that was like, oh, that's really cool. And so basically they announced a few things. First of all, Windows 10S. And I'm going to come back in the second part of the show about the Windows 10S a little more. Because I want to
really talk about it.
Give a take on Windows 10S and what I really think about it.
Well, I do have one too.
Of course, they announced the very beautiful Surface laptops. And they are gorgeous, and I actually played with one.
Well, I thought that the guy on the stage was going to have an orgasm while talking about it.
Yes, he was quite descriptive of how, sexy the device was. We can say it like that. He thought it was really sexy. And so I wonder what he's doing backstage. But the thing is, they are very, very nice. I gotta say, they are if it holds through with the battery life of 14 and a half hours, which I would guess it does because I did have one for many hours without plugging it. And actually, the battery was still quite high when I left it there. Unfortunately, they could have given me one, but no. Yes, what do you...
Do you think that actually the battery lasts a bit longer because of Windows 10S?
You know what? I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so because the more I read and the more I look at Windows 10S, the more I understand it's just Windows 10 Pro that they've changed a few things.
Okay. So
and we're going to talk about it later.
Okay.
So no, I don't think it's because of the Windows 10S. I think it's really, they just tweaked the hardware really, really well with Windows so that the battery lasts a long time.
Okay.
Are you in school?
Yeah. Okay, second questions.
Yes.
What is actually except for battery life, the big difference between that and a Surface?
Okay, here's the thing.
A Surface with a keyboard, I mean.
It will appeal to people that do not want to have something that can detach. There are people that want a laptop. And for that, it appeals to those people. Really a lot. There's a lot of people that, and I got examples. There's in Windows Weekly, there's this analyst called Mary Jo Foley, and she actually tried a Surface for work. She's a tech journalist. And she said that she didn't like it because she thought it was kind of impossible to do like you're doing right now, putting it on your lap.
Well, it is actually. Just use the stand behind and adjust it as you...
She didn't like it. She said it was easy to tip over and so on. So, I don't know. But then again, the funniest thing is, and that was in a little video because I'm subscribed to Paul Tarot's website. And she actually, and the funniest thing, they knew at Microsoft, she was at the event, and they knew at Microsoft that she didn't like the Surface for that thing. So one of the guys of Microsoft says, oh, you're the one that's always whining that the Surface tablets don't hold on your lap. So here's the laptop, put it on your lap and tell us what you think. And she played with it and she said, it's still too heavy on the screen side. It's like, it's going to fall down. And so they said oh, okay. But anyways, it appeals for people that want a laptop.
Because I believe the specs of the Surface laptop, you can get the same as for the Surface.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's actually the screen is the exact same screen they used in your Surface.
Yeah, I saw.
That they make the laptops with, which they claim to be the thinnest the thinnest LCD screen ever made.
Well, it's always the thinnest and the best ever in any conference. But
it is a very beautiful device. I had the one that was it was kind of red. I know they don't call it red, but it was. You know what? I used it one day, and all I gotta say is I wanted to just go home with it. But there are some.
I'm sure if you take my Surface for a day, you just want to.
Yeah,
go
probably,
home with it.
probably also. But you know, the thing is, what I just find weird in the design, because when they mention, oh, it's this thick, yeah, it's this thick in the front.
Yeah.
But in the back, it's this thick.
This bump.
It's really thick in
like
the back.
You see with the MacBook actually.
And it actually is a little weird to see it like that, and it's a little heavy for a laptop.
It's 2.7 pounds.
Yeah, compared to some HP laptops that have are almost half a pound less.
Yeah.
For somebody that will bring that over and have it with him all day long, it makes a difference in a full day. But it is beautiful. The screen is cool. The touch screen is nice. It's a cool device. I think. You know what? They are trying to get the Apple people.
Yeah, maybe
Coming from their MacBooks to something like that, because these people are the ones that buy laptops that cost $1,500 or $2,000.
Just to give you an idea, my Surface is roughly half the weight of that laptop.
Yeah,
roughly.
But you know what? I think how many hours do you get on your laptop typically? Not the ones that they say that are rate, but that you personally.
I can stretch it, but I really mean stretch it up to 6.5 and 7 hours.
Okay.
But that's pushing the limits, and
I think that's maybe one of the reasons why it's so thick in the back, and it's a little more
bigger
heavy.
Battery,
They probably put a bigger battery in it.
Yeah.
And
they say they don't want you to bring your charger with you, which I have to do if I go out a whole day with my Surface.
So
though I don't complain about it really.
If I have one thing to complain is on the price side, the $999, one color only. It is very basic. Core i5, just 4 gigs of RAM. 4 gigs of RAM in 2017 is like.
That's the same price.
Not much,
That's the same start price.
And even my laptop that I bought 4 years ago has 8 gigs of RAM.
I'm sorry, I'm just a Surface fanboy, by the way.
That's okay. So I would think that the $1,000 one should be a little more interesting.
The 1000, what is the processor? Is it also the Intel Core M3?
It's Core i5.
It's an i5.
It's an i5.
Okay, so it's better than the Surface Basic.
Yeah, they've put more of a real hardcore CPU in it. So they got Core i5s and i7s in it.
Okay.
But they're nice devices. I've used one. I really love it. It is for a specific audience, because I don't think everybody wants to buy a $1,500 or a $2,000 laptop.
No.
Not everybody will want to buy something
not.
like that. And it comes with Windows 10 S. I'm pretty sure everybody will want to move on to Windows 10 Pro.
And you know what? It's even more powerful and faster than the MacBook Air and MacBook Pro.
Yes. But
that's according to them.
Yeah, but that's not very difficult to beat, anyways.
No.
Even a $600 or $700 laptop is almost more powerful than a MacBook Pro, but that's another story. But
I agree, it's a beautiful device, and
there's one thing you didn't see, and that you need to see by yourself. Okay, have it in your hands.
Yeah, I guess
it is. When we think of Apple devices. Okay, you can use the word it's sexy technology.
Yeah.
Well, it's your Surface is kind of sexy technology.
When you just take it, and just.
But you know what? I give the Surface laptop even more of a sexy look.
Yeah, I have no trouble believing that. Just
And the way that it's designed and the way that it's built,
yeah,
is pretty amazing.
I want to believe that. Yeah,
You know,
want to believe that.
but you know, your Surface is an amazing device.
But yeah, I want to believe it's more sexy. Just the fact that it's a complete laptop that already adds to it.
Yeah.
Uh,
And anyways, what else did they announce that's kind of important to know? 7 third-party companies, including Acer, HP, Dell, Lenovo, and others, are working on what they call Chromebook-like PCs. That starts, they say some of them will start as low as $189. Maybe that's not the one you should buy, but apparently it's really to, in all of these are apparently coming with Windows 10 S. But you'll see my little rant on Windows 10 S a little later. Also, Office 365 coming to the store, because you have to, because Windows 10 S installs apps only from the Windows Store. So that means you need to have those Office 365 apps. But the thing is, they're not redesigned from, to be universal Windows platform apps. They're actually taking Office, and Microsoft has something called Project Centennial. It's a way to transform any desktop app into universal apps or apps that can be in the Windows Store.
okay.
So what they just did is take the Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and I think I think that's the only ones that will be there. They just took it and transformed the code so that you can get it through the store instead of downloading it like we're doing when we install it. So we'll see. We'll see, but in the second part, I'll talk about Windows 10 S.
The Surface products are appealing to companies and even to students who want something that works really well. That's pretty cool. At university, actually, I see a lot of people. Well, a lot, relatively. With Surface tablets with the keyboards.
Yeah.
With Surface product, and I'm surprised. I know there was a big sale at some point. With the Surface RT was like $400.
Yeah, the problem with the Surface RT was
But it is working. I see a lot of people with it. Companies are adopting it.
The education market is very, very different, because as a tech guy, when I used to go a lot to the university to put ads and everything, and I'd look at all the students with the computers, I was surprised to see also a lot of MacBooks.
Yeah.
A lot of students have MacBooks. And I was like, wow, okay.
Well, at the time it was also like the laptop that, well, if you had it, you were cool.
Yeah, man. I think also, you know what? One of the things that Apple was able to do a little bit is also, when the iPhone became the cool thing that everybody wanted, it also pushed all of their products, because it's like,
of course,
I've got an iPhone, it's so cool, and now, okay, I want to have a MacBook because
you can link everything together.
And it must be really cool since my iPhone is cool. That way of thinking.
My brother has a MacBook, and
yes, I know.
I believe he likes it. I didn't ask.
I would guess.
Since he bought it, I never asked what do you think of it compared to a regular PC.
Yeah.
But I believe he still likes it.
I have my own. I'm pretty much in the middle. I mean, PCs are nice devices. MacBooks are nice devices. They're a little different, but I'm not more of a fan of one or the other. I'm pretty much in the middle.
In the end, it all depends on what you need and what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So
anyways, nice little presentation, and pretty much everybody agrees that it was the biggest announcement for the year. So even at Build, they're not expecting us to. They're not expecting. Nobody's expecting they're going to announce really nothing major. I think at Build, what's going to be interesting is for us insiders, who will know more about the features coming into Windows in September, the next version of Windows 10. So maybe that's going to be the interesting side. Build is coming this week. It's May 10th to 12th. So of course there's going to be announcements and stuff there. That should be interesting. And anyways, that's pretty much what I had to say about the educational event. And more on Windows 10 later.
I watched quickly highlights this morning, so
okay.
We'll talk about Windows 10s later.
Yeah. Cool. What else do you have?
Next, little news for those old people who still think that video games are for kids in their basement and that, the internet, it won't work.
Yeah.
Recently, a study by the Super Data Research Lab found out that there's close to 700 million people every day who watch video game contents on the internet.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
So whether it's on YouTube, on Twitch, wherever you want.
I know it's popular.
We always talk about, esports and, video games, it's for kids in their basement. I think that this number goes to show that you have to move to the internet if you're not already there. Those big TV stations that don't want to go on the internet, they have to do something.
There is interesting numbers here though on that article. 517 million look at that on YouTube and 185 million on Twitch.
Yeah.
So YouTube dominates.
YouTube dominates, of course, because YouTube has been there for such a long time. Twitch is still relatively new. It's not everyone who knows about Twitch. And, Twitch is mostly for gaming. So, on YouTube, you will stumble upon anything. So if you're not sure of what you're searching, on YouTube, you will see this and that and that and that. On Twitch, you will not necessarily find tutorials or...
No, it's not a place for that.
No, it's not a place for that. It's a place for streaming.
It's for the gaming side where you're just
I
playing.
believe that's why. Though, 185 million on Twitch, that is a big number, even still.
I'm actually impressed by the $4.6 million that this is going to generate. Can I have just a little
billion?
I'll ask.
Not million.
I'll ask only 0.5% of that.
0.1. 0.1.
0.1. I'll take 0.1.
0.01.
Well, okay, let's not go too far, but
if you remove 50, it's not that bad actually.
No.
But it's all about this number, $4.6 billion generated by this. It says because of publicities, donations and sponsors. When even the pornography industry is trying to sponsor esports teams, that something is gonna hit the jackpot. You can take bets on esports in Las Vegas.
And now, next week, we will come up with Super Masturbation Volume 1.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
And what was it, last year, I believe, or the year before, for the final of the World Championship of League of Legends, live on the internet. There were 30 million people watching at once. So, it's just to say that video games are here to stay. The internet is gonna take the place of cable TV sooner or later.
Yeah, probably.
Not tomorrow, but in 20 years, maybe probably. 30 years, cable TV is bound to probably disappear if they don't make a move really soon.
The young generation is hooked on YouTube and online streaming stuff. So as they're getting older, they'll stay on the internet to stream stuff.
Because when even for esports, channels like ESPN do stream esports on cable TV, but all the big gaming websites, GameSpot, IGN, name them, when there is a big event, they are streaming it on the internet, and you can watch it after if you missed it.
Yeah.
All the time. So you don't even have to have cable TV anymore if you want to watch video games content. You just go on the internet anyway. It's mostly where it is, and anything is, it's all there. You know, I remember there was a time when stuff like E3 was on TV on it was on G4 at the time,
Okay.
which doesn't exist anymore.
No.
But you could.
It's sad, you know what? Because
Yeah,
that channel, I remember
G4 was cool.
I got my subscription to G4 and my channels, and it was kind of cool, except that, you know, they weren't really making a lot of new stuff at the end, and it was
No.
kind of boring. And, you know, watching a show, I remember watching a show on G4, and it was with Leo Laporte, and he was talking, oh yes, well, you know, when you use Windows 98, and I'm like, okay, okay, that channel is really going down the drain. We're talking
Yeah.
about Windows 98,
Yeah.
you know?
So, and like I said, now everything's on the internet, and you
Yeah.
can watch it anytime. You can rewatch it anytime. It's always there. That's what the young generations want. They want to just, you know, be able to binge watch whatever they want anytime
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
so yeah, almost. That's what I wanted to say mostly. That it's here to stay, and you have to make a move to the internet somehow, because 700 million people interested in video games. You know, it's a big. You know, it's something big.
You know, I was thinking, like, I saw the when they were talking about donations and everything, and I'm looking at my, you know, I'm a small player, but I look at still the amount of donations I get, and I can really believe that, you know, at 700 million, yeah, some of them must get really nice donations for sure, because I mean,
Well, you
It's-
know,
it's kind of interesting.
Just the one I watch almost every day, he gets. You know, you could probably live out of donations.
mm,
And, well, you know, he was famous because he was on TV before, so it kind of helps.
yeah, that helps a lot.
But still, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
that's it.
so that's interesting, and you know what? I'm gonna jump to because we're talking about online content, so I'm gonna jump over to the other news and
Yeah,
come
of
back
course.
to the second one
That-
after.
that's being professional. You make links between news.
Yes!
Wow.
So,
Wow.
okay.
Today the couch, tomorrow the world.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, you know what? If this show becomes big enough, we can be in couches all over the world doing the show. You know, it's like we'll be doing around the world. You know,
We are on a couch in Istanbul,
we are on a couch
blindfolded.
with terrorists. What's your name, Michelle?
Your real name.
Who you work for? I make a YouTube show. No YouTube, you government. Sorry. Imagine after more beer. So, okay.
After a bottle of sake.
Hackers
Yeah.
actually hacked into Netflix. And from what we
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah. I
even
saw
more
that.
networks.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they stole shows. And basically, they went on Twitter and they said, hey, Netflix, we want a ransom, or we're going to release
Yeah,
a
yeah,
whole season of shows you haven't released yet.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
And so Netflix,
That
of course,
they
didn't
wanted they wanted what 50 bitcoins,
something like that.
which was like about 100,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, Bitcoin is like what, $2,000 now.
Why didn't we buy Bitcoin when it was 10 cents?
Oh man,
Explain that to me. Why?
you know what?
We thought it was a scam and we just
Yeah,
let it pass.
exactly. That's exactly what I thought
But
when
you
I
know-
saw that.
But you know, a $100 scam is not a big loss if it's real.
100. Imagine, having 1,000 Bitcoins.
Oh my god, we're not here anymore.
We would be rich. Yeah, we would be here, but it would be like we're just doing this
In
for
Hawaii.
the fun.
In Hawaii.
Doing it for the fun of it. You know.
We're doing it in Hawaii. Okay.
So, it's like if I would be, millionaire, I'd still do this just because it's kind of cool, you know. So, anyways, they Netflix didn't respond, so they released season 5 of Orange Is the New Black,
Yeah.
and they say they got 36 more shows to leak.
Yeah.
But as I was reading because at first it was like, what, from Netflix? But no, apparently They got shows from other networks.
Yeah, but I also read that around half of those shows already exist somewhere, and it's not a real.
Okay, maybe they're bluffing on some parts.
You know, some already exists.
Or maybe they have, maybe the only ones they had was Orange is the New Black, and they're trying to.
If you play your trump card at the beginning, that's not smart.
The trump card. So yes. So, anyways, it's kind of interesting. There's still no response, and I believe that companies will just say nope. I don't care. And it's kind of difficult because I was thinking, okay, say they have, I don't know, Game of Thrones.
Oh God.
A full season that nobody ever seen yet.
Yes.
And
I want that.
Imagine, the company, which I believe is HBO. Imagine HBO.
Yeah.
And
the money they would lose over that.
Yep. What the hell
TV
happened?
problem.
No, not TV problem. It's the computer problem. Did I press the button for something or what?
I don't know. Did the computer close?
No, it's still on, but I see the hard drives doing something. So
you're the tech guy.
Oh, here we are back. It just took a long time for it to come back. So what do you do? What do you do? It's a very delicate thing because you don't want to pay hackers to make a job out of it and always get stuff and put it online to scare you and want money against it. But then again, if they put a show that's popular, and that means, why should I get Netflix? Because I wanted to watch season 5 of Orange is the New Black, and all I did was, what the hell? My computer did something so weird. Look at that, disconnected.
All right.
This is so bizarre. We're connected everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're disconnected from the chat, but.
What the hell?
Anyway, I'm still in the chat room, so.
Yeah, but there's a.
I'm also disconnected. Was it your Wi-Fi, maybe?
You're disconnected now?
Yeah, I'm possible to connect to the chat.
But here, the stream is okay.
It's okay, and there too.
So
that's weird. I'll just refresh everything.
Unless it's only Wi-Fi that's disconnected. Sorry guys, we have a little technical difficulty. Yeah, like Google's working here.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm connected. It's now. I refresh and it's all right.
Okay, but my Windows 7 machine.
Yeah, but refresh the chat.
No. Because in the bottom right, I see that here, it says that it's not connected, and as if there's no.
I'm connected to Creation Tube 5G.
That's weird.
Anyway, let's continue the show and.
So okay, yeah, but I'd like to have the chat. Résolution de problème. Oh, reinitializing the Wi-Fi card.
Réinitialiser la carte réseau sans fil.
So it's probably gonna be okay after that, I guess. Hopefully.
Well, you know where this computer comes from.
Yeah, but it wasn't Wi-Fi. I transformed it Wi-Fi. So it's a cheap eBay adapter.
Really? It wasn't Wi-Fi?
No.
Oh my God.
I had to add a Wi-Fi dongle to have it working in Wi-Fi.
Is that really what my dad had as a computer before?
So
okay.
Okay, no, it's really not seeing the Ethernet card. So, anyways, the hackers are going crazy, and they're trying to get money.
Open the chat room in your laptop.
And no, I want it on the screen.
What?
I want it on the screen. So, why don't you go about your other news item while I try to fix.
What was my other news?
What was my other news?
Well, I don't remember which order I put it in. Okay. Okay, yeah.
Just want to.
So you remember everyone who might follow Pokemon news that Pokemon Sun and Moon came out not so long ago.
Okay.
Now there is already a rumored for Pokemon Star, because Pokemon games, they work like that. They take out the 2 games.
Okay.
First Pokemon Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, Ruby and Emerald. Ruby and Sapphire, and then etc. And then they kind of take out a 3rd game, which is a bit like a mix of both, but not completely.
Okay.
You know, it's hard to explain. It's like, okay, you can get Pokemons you would not get in the other games, and it's kind of weird to explain. But it's like a third game where, okay, you can get, if you bought like Pokemon Sun, well, you will have in Pokemon Star, the rumor game, some Pokemon that are also available in Pokemon Moon. And if you bought Pokemon Moon, you will have some Pokemon that were available in Pokemon Sun, you know, and you know, all of this. But you know, Nintendo didn't answer it. The rumor actually sparked last week after a post on social media.
Okay.
And you know, people are really good with rumors. Whenever there's something like that, they will take out a trailer of something and people will analyze it frame by frame and say, oh, this looks like a 5, but you know, written in Roman from the period from minus 200 to minus 187, and you know, it's all weird. But this would also be something to expect, you know, because they always take out 3 games of Pokemon at some point. And you know, people think that it would also maybe means that we would have one possibly on the Switch. You know, that would be a big move, having a Pokemon game on the Switch. That would also help the console sales. Though I always see Pokemon as a portable game, definitely not a console game, because you know, I'm a big fan of Pokemon, but not necessarily the games. The games are fun, but you know, you don't play 3 hours of Pokemon.
Sorry, guys.
At least in my opinion, you don't play 3 hours of Pokemon. In a row.
Anything in the like Pokemon Go?
In Pokemon Go, there's no real news actually. I saw something, though I cannot be sure it is real. You know, it comes from a weird website, so I'm not sure. There would possibly be a grass Pokemon event. So you know, Chikorita, Bulbasaur, Bellsprout, and all of these. I'm not sure. That's something I just saw on Facebook this morning, so I don't want to say it is happening. You know, the latest news are the one we already know. They are gonna bring legendary Pokemon sometimes this year, which I actually cannot wait to have. I actually today have this Articuno pin on my hat. If you say so. Well, you know, it's kind of being traitor because this is not our team birds, but anyway. They are working on a way to improve the gym battles in Pokemon Go, because they feels like, okay, yeah, it's true that people will just put their strongest Pokemon and spoofers will go there and just, you know, own the gym forever. So they want to have something that's a bit more like PvP, player versus player, that you kind of need to have an interaction. An idea that my brother pitched and that I've had for a long time, honestly, in Pokemon Go, on gyms, when you beat a Pokemon, it is beaten and removed officially. Not just, you know, with these points that you have to take down. You beat it, you remove it. That would also help a lot. So a few Pokemon news, and you know, this was the post that we saw on social media. You know, kind of hinting toward a Pokemon. I'll show them to you guys for those who like Pokemon. A post that we saw that is kind of hinting of a. Oops, did I press something? Yes, I did.
It's kind of easy to press things on that.
Where's it? The camera is there. It's not on the laptop. So that's you see what I pressed there.
Yes. Here we go. Sorry, you guys.
So we're more Pokemon stuff because we all like Pokemons.
So cool. So I haven't played Pokemon Go in 4 or 5 days now.
What are you doing? Do you have a life?
Yes, that's why I'm not playing Pokemon Go for 4 or 5 days.
Come on.
So,
Come on.
Okay.
I catch my Pokemon every day for having the streak and the experience that comes with it.
Yeah, I need to, Anyways, I stopped immediately after I went to level 29. I was like, okay, I'm at level 29.
It took long enough.
I'm gonna take a little break here.
I'm almost level 31 now.
31? Okay.
Yeah, I should. I don't know about Cynthia.
I should be in 31 in 2020, something like that.
I know. And I have a friend who is level 32, I believe.
No. It goes by wave for me. It's like, then I get bored a little bit. Then, oops, I start playing again. It depends.
Those people who have a life, they're boring.
Yes, they are. Okay. Microsoft Edge is going to detach from the regular Windows 10 in the next version of Windows in September.
Okay.
Right now, you get cumulative updates that have Edge updates and everything's stuck there.
Okay.
But Edge is going to become something like a Universal Windows app from the store suddenly in the next update of Windows, which means it's going to have its separate updates, which is a good idea because you know what?
Okay.
Sometimes you get security flaws just in the browser, not anywhere else. But because of the cycle that Microsoft is making, we get the security updates only on Patch Tuesday, which is next Tuesday, by the way. And of course, they patch the ones from Edge with that. But now, if Edge has a security flaw or a bug, they'll be able to just update our browser, our Edge browser, through the store instead of us waiting for a cumulative update.
So it will update like an app?
Like all the apps, the regular apps that you have that are installed from the store generally.
Okay, so it will be considered as an app on my tablet.
Yeah, it's not clear. There's one thing I'm trying to search is are they trying to bring it as a universal Windows platform app so that it works on every device, or is it just it's Microsoft sometimes they do everything to like not be clear. Like this week one of the funniest thing is everybody's debating what the S means in Windows 10 S. And
secure.
Somebody
powered.
said
he said in the conference.
Yeah, I think in the conference I heard him say, I'm not sure, but I would have to check it again. But I think he said streamlined.
Yeah, streamlined, secured, super powered.
But it's like Microsoft is the funny company that when you ask, did Windows XP meant XP was for experience? No, I never meant that. Well, we all think that today, and why are you not just saying what it means? Two letters put together and that's it?
And in which world does XP doesn't mean experience?
Kind of weird. I don't know.
Well, in my gaming world, XP means experience, at least.
Okay. Anyways, Edge will be a standalone browser, and I think for security reasons it's good. And you know what? They'll be able to, because what they're doing right now is, as we wait for the next versions of Windows, they still update apps.
Yeah.
So that's interesting also because maybe they can update Edge regularly instead of always waiting 6 months for the new version with the new version of Windows. So, I don't know.
Well, does that mean also that the people working on Windows 10 and people working on Microsoft Edge won't talk to each other anymore?
That's totally possible. Maybe they should talk a little more because Edge is kind of in a little slump right now. It's only 5. This week we had 5.7% usage, which is the same as last month. And there are quite a few things that are worrying right now with Windows 10 also. Steam users still 51.6% or something, which is the same number of last month. That's kind of scary because that's like is kind of Windows 10 just stalling right now and not really getting more. And Microsoft not helping by like what we're thinking is that at build they're going to give us a new number from that 400 million number of last September. If they don't, you know what? I think we should be worried because that means we're at 402 million. So
Yeah.
we'll see anyways.
And just before we say hi to the chat room,
Yes.
just want to add something funny. You were talking about hacking earlier.
Mhm.
I just saw something this week. It's not in here. Someone actually found the source code for StarCraft,
Okay.
and he kind of told Blizzard, well, I found it. Maybe you should be careful, and because StarCraft is still a very popular game, and they still don't want people to hack it, especially since they are remaking the first one.
Mhm.
And the guy actually got a call one day. He said the guy said, well, do you know what BlizzCon is? Said, yeah, it's this big Blizzard conference, and it's sold out in less than 30 seconds. Said, well, yeah, and this is a Blizzard representative. You can go there, all expenses paid, and thanks you for finding our source code and telling us where it was. So it's like just funny,
Okay.
The guy is like semi-hacker who said, working on the good side.
Okay.
He's with the force.
There's one thing that I was also, as you're talking about that, I always wondered why Microsoft bought Minecraft.
Oh,
and
they talked about it in the conference.
They did, and one of the interesting
they
parts,
use it to teach kids
Yeah.
how to code.
And you know what? I think it's very, very intelligent,
And
because it's like an example that is cool. Is, for example, it's like you can do mining, and it's like you can tell your kid, well, you can learn to code to do your own mining. So when you go to sleep, it does it through the night, and you wake up in the morning, and it's gonna be done and stuff like that.
I don't know anything about coding, but I'm actually interested in just trying this little basic stuff just to find out what it is, and who knows, I might actually be interested in it after that. You never know.
No, absolutely, and it's a great way to because one of the things that we will need we will need people that can code to in the future.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great way to it's one of those. I always found every time you have a game or something that is just fun, that does when you hide the side of you're learning something, because that's always the problem with kids is if they know they're learning, then they hate it. It's like school. But if they play, they don't really see that they're learning at the same time.
That's
it's the best.
It works the best.
It's the best.
And even about coding, my brother who had some coding courses said that they're still using for I don't know what a code that is like 8 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever bothered reducing it to like 10 lines because it would be such trouble.
Yeah.
But like, if anyone ever came and said like, no, I'm gonna do it in 3 lines of coding instead, he would be backed up for a master or a doctor degree, a PhD, just because it needs to be done, but nobody bothers because it works like that.
One of the biggest problems that we see today is with PCs, with all the memory and all the space. There's a lot of it's like lazy coding. It's let's not bother making it smaller because PCs have so much RAM and so much space.
Because
and so
they don't always want to pay the big price for that super coder who's the
That's
best in the
why.
world. Just hire someone who can code. And
when we do our retro gaming, that's why on old machines like the Amiga, the Commodore.
Oh my God!
These guys and girls there, mostly guys, because there weren't really a lot of girls like today, but they were really amazing at basic coding so efficiently that they could do things with these machines that they never thought at the start they could do. So hey, hello the chat room. Welcome aboard everyone. Jerry, DX, Tim Robinson, Jean.
Say hi everyone.
Patrick Manny, Bobby Burgess, thank you very much for the contributions.
Viper Boy.
Patrick Manny also, Viper Boy, Tommy, hello there.
Albert Zappa.
Danny, Shortwave, Radio DX, hello there. Albert Zappa, nice to have you on board as usual. Miss Lady Catherine. Jacqueline McBride.
And everyone, please don't forget to follow our Facebook page, because I believe we're going to start doing some Facebook Live once in a while.
Yes, why not? Why not?
Exclusive
I know
content.
there's a lot of you not on Facebook, but...
exclusive content for our Facebook followers.
Yeah, that is... I saw the news going there over... Cody and 10-year sentence. The 10 jail sentence is like... That's completely nuts. Completely nuts, you know? It's really, really crazy stuff here.
It would be like, you know, going on, I don't know, put locker to watch movie and go to prison for that.
Yeah.
I don't go on that website.
Yeah.
Never.
No, it's like you start searching for... You know what? The other day, I started searching, honestly, for a movie and to see, you know, for the theaters and stuff like that. And like the fifth result in Google was like a Chinese website, and it's like it had this link that of course I couldn't resist clicking on, and the movie started. I was like, really? I can watch the movie.
Well, you know,
okay.
Ghost in the Shell came out, and the next day you could download it on torrents. Film from a phone, but still.
By the way, I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy this Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
With someone or alone?
With someone.
Oh, okay.
I already bought the tickets anyways on my app.
So you're gonna watch it in French with someone?
Yes. Unfortunately, it's impossible to have in English with that person.
All right. I'll go like on Monday and Tuesday. So we're gonna talk about Guardians of the Galaxy next week.
Yes, we will.
Review.
Yes, we will.
I have to go watch Fast and Furious too.
Okay, so hey everyone, did we miss anybody in the chat room?
Yeah, if you watch from the couch illegally, it's gonna be a 20-year sentence.
20-year sentence.
The death sentence if you download our video and
if you try to pirate from the couch, I bet you I'm gonna go get you personally. So
yes, he is going to see
the
Gardien
de la Galaxie,
and I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
And so what else?
You know something that's funny.
Yep.
Before starting the show with you, I didn't really speak in English that often, and mostly it would be in movies or like when I go to the Grand Prix, I would speak in English with someone randomly.
Yeah.
But what I found out is that even when you don't practice, it does come back quite quickly actually.
Yeah.
And
one of the things that I've learned is by doing all these shows and my videos, I really have improved my English, immensely. Because the first videos, I would start over like 15 times in order to get them right and then post them. And you know what? Now, the times that I actually need to restart a video because I just mumbled somewhere is it's almost none. And it's pretty amazing.
Actually, I believe one of the things that we improve the fastest is actually our verb tense.
Les Gardiens de la Galaxie X-rated? Okay. Yes, I want to see the tree naked.
Yeah, I believe one of the things we improve the fastest is our verb tenses when we speak.
Yes, absolutely.
That's one thing that we have to be careful.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, according to my teacher, we have to be careful.
Tim Robinson, my install took, it just ended on my machine there. So it took about an hour and 50 minutes. Very, very long. I was just amazed at how long it takes. Really amazed. I'm surprised for the length. So hey, Jason Redux, we are in Montreal, Canada, capital of the world.
And soon he'll be president of the world.
Yeah, president of the world. I want to be president of the world.
I'll vote for you.
And
I'll be the only one.
I want to meet with Trump live. Hey, Mike Bender.
Hi.
Hello there. Nice to have everybody here.
Already an hour in the show.
The smart DNS versus VPN is not the same thing. A VPN is encrypted. The smart DNS is not encrypted. It just changes the domain name system address that you have for the websites that you will acquire. So, for example, if you use, I'm worried about the cat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm worried about the cat that's been sleeping since this morning, and he usually always wakes up and comes over.
Want to go see if he's still alive?
Yeah, if you can just say hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Well, to the cat. just I don't know why it's worrying me. He's not like I used to see him.
Okay, he's alive.
He's alive. Okay.
Just said his name and he was like.
Okay, not bad. So
that was a quick reaction.
Quick reaction.
You know, like
who the hell is that?
You just arrive and you say, Paul, and all you see is like with big eyes. Okay, he's alive.
Maybe he didn't sleep last night and he's sleeping today. So, anyways, a smart DNS is a little bit like when you use some services that actually give you. Okay, to give you an idea quickly, your internet service provider gives you DNS, domain name system addresses, because that's where it can find websites. So, what happens is when you get the DNS. Every time you do a search, say you're going to ask for google.com, what happens is the DNS is pointing towards somebody. So it's, in most people's cases, it's pointing towards your internet service provider. And it finds google.com for you, and that's fine. A smart DNS is a service that enables you to use DNS from different sources. And some domain name system or DNS are better than others because the bigger the servers for that DNS, the more you actually have registered websites. So, when you go to a very bizarre website, for example, that nobody goes to, your internet service provider actually might have to ask the next server, hey, do you know where that is on the internet? And it could bounce like this for a few times before you get an answer. And that's why some websites sometimes take a little bit of time to appear. In a smart DNS, it just tunnels you towards the big DNS servers of the world where there's much more references to everything on the internet. So it's usually a little faster when you go on the web. You also have in smart DNS's possibilities. There's many, here's the cat. There's many different DNS providers that actually will simply offer you the possibility to, for example, remove certain types of websites. So, for example, one of the DNS servers that I use a lot on my clients is cool because you can subscribe to it, and there you can say, for example, that they have children. You can say to the DNS server, hey, I don't want to have porn sites appear on my, hey, here's the cat. Hey, you scared me.
But I want to.
So basically, that's the best way, because if you block the porn sites from the DNS, the children can't go against that.
No. And your husband is going to go away.
And yeah, exactly. And suddenly your husband will not be there every night of the week. And that's the difference of a smart DNS. A VPN is different because it's a virtual private network. It's a tunnel, an encrypted tunnel between you and another computer somewhere. So, that's the cool things about VPNs. It's like it's really encrypted. While DNS is not encrypted. DNS is just the way that it can find websites, basically. So that's why a lot of if your DNS is not right in your computer, you can't access the internet. That's how they can find websites, by using the domain name servers. So that's the difference quickly. Hey everyone, Jason, no, there will not be any Windows 11. Windows 10 is the last version. It's a Windows as a service, as they call it. Well, S could also mean that. What? Windows 10 service. Windows as a service.
No, it won't be anything, and they will never tell us what it is.
So anyways, we'll just invent something. Windows 10 Stupid Edition. And you'll know why a little later. Well, yes and no. You know, there's positive and negative towards it for sure. So, anyways, what about about 60 Fahrenheit right now, something like that.
Yeah, in the 60s.
Yeah, and yes, the beer is very good, actually.
Yeah, today it is.
It is very, very, very good. And
I believe Jason Ridix is right.
A VPN is virtual porn network. Well, there are probably some virtual porn networks, but
there are porn stuff for virtual reality headset. It does exist.
Oh, yeah. You know, everything exists. You know, imagine a robot and a headset. It's like you're set up for the night.
Isn't that Futurama?
You're going into, it's like you're going home and you never come back. So, what else do we have? Yeah, take care, Viper Boy. Everything will be okay. And, no, not religious on my side too, but wish you the best. I can tell you that. Hey, Mike Bender. So, anyways, anybody, before we continue on, has a little question, a little something that they want to ask? Cool, Tim. Next week is really a live show week of sorts, because I'm having 2 shows to thank everybody for the donations that have been given. Because I can tell you they've been really helping me out. I'd go crazy if I didn't have donations right now.
You cannot go crazy twice.
And well, it can be more, crazier than before.
If you say so.
So, anyways, what I want to say is that will you be part of next week's special Anything Goes show?
When is it?
It is Friday of next week.
I believe I will.
Okay.
I will confirm you throughout the week.
Okay, because
I believe I will.
Everybody following me here on this channel, we will have a Anything Goes show that I'll be hosting next Friday, the May the 12th. And it's a special thank you show.
It's going to depend what we do. It's my brother's birthday.
Your brother's birthday.
Well,
so
if he goes out for supper, well,
maybe I'll be here. Maybe I will not be here. So it depends. So, anyways, whatever decision. So he might be here, he might not, and of course.
By the way, would like to thank Bobby Burgess for another donations on our PayPal account. So thank you, Bobby.
And yes, thank you, and thank you everyone that has donated. By the way, it's very, very welcome. It's
Every
very, very, very nice. And so my thank you show will be Anything Goes. So it's not a tech show as per se. It's a really anything goes. So anything
18 plus.
Anything can happen.
18 plus.
We'll see after the show.
Probably will.
So I think it's gonna be fun.
So it's like we take a beer before just to be sure we're in the mood.
Yeah. Well, why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. Doesn't do that usually. There's something wrong with the cat.
It might be tired and just.
Usually his ears are up. They're not like that.
Might have the.
You have the flu or something?
A cat cold.
Have a cat cold?
Meow.
It doesn't feel right. I don't know.
Nah.
Hope it's not too bad, because I'll need more donations to pay for the hundreds and hundreds of dollars of veterinarian.
Well, if you make a video like I need to cure the cat, you might get $1 million.
Actually, you know what? If I post a video of look at this cute cat, he needs help, please donate.
You would be surprised.
It would be very surprising, actually. I know. Very surprising.
So, shall we go on to our
Okay. So nobody asked anything special. Nope. No. My anus is uncorrupted. Tim. We didn't want to know that,
Well,
It's okay.
Yeah, that's because you don't put USB keys in it.
Oh, really? Danny Shortwave's going to be buying an Amiga 500 monitor. Whoa!
Oh.
You are
and
lucky.
the other time I was coming back from here with my PlayStation 2,
Yep.
somewhere in my head was like, maybe I should just buy a second one, because if someday it breaks, I will have another to rely on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like $20 on eBay, so who cares?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Maybe I should. That's what I was saying to myself, like, maybe I should, just in case.
Yeah.
And if not, it will take values over time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even those, if I take care of my Amiga, Atari, they are getting...
I will inherit of them, right?
They are getting... Yes, yeah, absolutely, if you want them. Anyways, nobody else will want them, except maybe Stefan,
Wow.
But,
or Fast Load, but it's going to be dead before you.
Well, we'll see. So,
that's not nice.
No, it's not.
Hey, you printed me a new Pikachu.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that.
If you're watching Fast Load, thank you for the new Pikachu.
And he did say that you're gonna die soon, so
Okay.
it's
Good.
his problem. What's wrong with you? Yeah?
Temperature.
He's got something in his ear or something.
You think? Do you see something? Corks?
But it's always this ear that he's moving.
No.
So I don't know. Sorry, guys. Hope everything's all right, man. That's it. When you go see, some female cats, they can give you all sorts of little disease. You know that. So, okay. What's your app of the week?
Well, do you know I like Final Fantasy?
No, I actually didn't know at all.
My app of the week is the game.
You want to see my surprise face?
My app of the week is the game Final Fantasy IV: The After Years, which is actually a Final Fantasy game. I'm not sure which year it was released. Just let me check quickly. It was a game that was released at first only in Japan.
Okay.
In what year? Just let me check. Okay, it was released in 2008 at first, only in Japan. It's like a sequel to Final Fantasy IV, who came out in the early 90s.
Okay.
On the Super Nintendo, which was branded Final Fantasy II in the US.
Okay.
And it's a game where, you take all the characters you had in Final Fantasy IV, and like 15 years later, what happened to them, because there's a new cataclysm threatening the world, so you kind of have to save the world again.
Okay.
So it came out only in Japan first, but now it's available on the WiiWare, PlayStation Portable, iOS, Android, and Microsoft Windows, on Steam, actually.
Yeah.
So it's like there's 12 or 10 characters you can control. I don't know. There's too many characters in Final Fantasy IV. And it's the beginning of the game is fun, but as you advance, I talk about this app because for the price, you don't necessarily have to play it. It's like $10.
Okay.
It's cool at the
It is
beginning.
$10.
Well, when I bought it, it was $10 on iOS. It's on Android.
Yeah.
On Steam, what price is it? It like I said, if you're a big Final Fantasy fan, you will want to play it, but it's not the best anyway. Any Final Fantasy sequel was bad to begin with. Oh, on Steam it's $25.
Okay.
Well, maybe because it's on Windows, but no, it's.
What's the name of it?
Final Fantasy IV: The After Years.
The After Years.
Yeah. You're gonna see it here. It's $20.
$20.99.
Okay, so it might cost more than that.
$20.99 for Android.
So I talk about it because it's a cool game if you're a very big Final Fantasy fan.
It's
like I am.
Is it kind of a full story?
It's a full story. It's just that you feel like, okay, it's not the same theme that worked on Final Fantasy IV. So there's kind of, it's not what it was. I know usually I have episodes of the week that are cool, but I want to talk about it because it's not that cool. So if you're a big Final Fantasy fan, okay. You can try it. You will have some fun controlling again Cecil, Rosa, Fuyosa, and all the Kane and all those you liked. But if you like Final Fantasy and are not sure, no, you don't need to buy it. But I'm having fun at least until half of the game. It's fun, but after that it gets crappy. If you don't know the world map almost by heart when you get the airship, it gets really hard because you kind of don't really have a mini map that's reliable. And you have to search really to find what you want. So that was the application I wanted to talk about, just because like I said, it's not the best. It's a Final Fantasy game, I agree. And actually, I don't know why you should play any Final Fantasy sequels, because they are all bad to begin with, whether it's this one. What were the other? Final Fantasy 7 Dirge of Cerberus was like a shooter, it's not even a Final Fantasy. Crisis Core for PSP was not that bad. Final Fantasy X2 was like the worst of them all. Take a girl game and put the name Final Fantasy on it. So yeah, Final Fantasy 40 after years, not really worth it. I bought it because it says Final
fan.
It says Final Fantasy. I have to try it, of course.
You want it because you're a fan.
Yeah, but you don't need this application. So I just saved you guys $20.
Okay, so finally, don't buy it.
Nope.
And we'll get sued by whoever makes the game.
Who cares? How much money can you extort from us in Canada, actually?
I don't know, $50. Actually, we can say it's crappy or not.
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
I believe we are protected by the law for things like that.
Okay, so I have a app.
We just won't get any free game from Square Enix.
Yeah, probably. First, I just want to answer one thing that I saw go through the chat. It's when I play the guitar, I'm gonna play the guitar with my Fender Stratocaster. So it has
not on Friday, right?
It has extra light. Well, I don't know, but who sees? Anything can happen on Anything Goes. And so, anyways, I use nickel wound strings that are the gauge is 9 to 21. I take extra light or extra light, but usually like more the extra light than lights on the guitar. Okay.
What is your application?
My application is, I'm a radio fan, so actually.
No, I didn't know.
We both have an application of being fans or something. So it's Final Fantasy. Me, it's radio, and so basically.
You didn't step on anything weird.
No, not at all. He's actually very delicate, so hope he's right. Like he's always like there's something that's bothering him.
Is here.
There's something that's bothering him.
It was crashing? No, it was the other ear was moving earlier.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh well.
Scratching and cleaning after. So anyways, it's Scanner Radio. It's an app for listening to different feeds from around the world. And yep, exactly.
Available on iOS.
Yep. So there's a lot of feeds to listen to.
But we're going to see what PSP says, and we pretty much covered everything.
So that right now is listening to the Armstrong County Public Safety in somewhere in the U.S. anyways. So basically you've got feeds of different countries of different types, listening to the police, fire, emergency services of all kinds, amateur radio stuff, And it's just kind of cool, you know. And one of the things that's cool about it is also, you know, sometimes you hear something bad happening in a specific area, and it's like, is there a scanner feed, or is there a feed that I can listen to there and listen to what's happening? It's kind of cool. So it has, you know, it's divided in different categories. There's the top 50 feeds. You can choose nearby, and so if I choose nearby, for example, it tells me nearby I have the Montreal Fire, ambulance. There's some repeaters of amateur radio, all sorts of little things like that. You can browse countries around the world and listen to a lot of stuff. It's you know, if you want to use your device to listen to all sorts of little things like that, it's kind of cool. Just one word of caution: if you install this on a phone, you know, remember that it's using data if you're not on Wi-Fi. So if you're listening to, for example, your local police for 6 hours, you might be using a couple of 100 megabytes of data. So just be careful about that. But you know, it's kind of cool. And for people that, you know, just wonder if listening to, you know, having scanner radios and stuff like that can be cool, you know, you'll have an idea with that. And that's even cooler because you'll listen to stuff all around the world that you would not access normally. And so, you know, scanner radio, free. There's a pro version. Pro version gives you access to more stuff.
And no ads?
And no ads. I got the pro version, by the way, and I it's because my iPhone 5 was not charged, because I do have the pro version on the iPhone 5 because I had bought it, and there's a lot more streams and a lot more possibilities of finding all sorts of little things that you can listen through the world, you know. In every country or every county or every province in Canada, for example, you see that the pro version has a little more stuff to listen to than the regular version. So you can upgrade to the pro if you want. It's kind of sad that, you know, because I have an Android device, that they don't accept, you know, the fact that I already bought the pro, and you could kind of give me, you know. So it's Android and iOS. So if you have an iPhone or a Android phone, and can you go to the Windows Store for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Can you just type scanner radio?
Scanner radio.
I remember seeing something at some point, but I don't know if it can exist there.
I don't know. Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a police scanner, radio scanner. I don't know if it works. If it's, man, that's the biggest problem, because this works for PC. So for the PC and the Windows Store, there's something called police radio scanner. But I don't know if there's, you know, I don't. For that app to work on phone, it has to be a universal Windows platform app, which I doubt. Mm-hmm. So it's sad because, yeah. But you know what? You can do it differently, Tim. One thing that you can try is go on the web browser, and you have some websites that will actually have you stream the different,
of course.
You know, police and stuff around the world through the browser on that Windows phone, and it actually should work. I mean, it's a full browser. It should do pretty much everything. So you can maybe do it like that. There's, you know, that's one thing I should actually try to find a few websites eventually and post them about, you know, listening.
Cool.
So yeah, Broadcastify website might be one. Yeah. Yep. Actually, yeah. So, you know, so it's a cool little app. You know, it's kind of fun, and if you like that kind of thing, it's kind of cool.
Nice.
Okay. What else do we have to talk about?
The first trailer for Marvel's The Defenders arrived this week. You know what will be on Netflix in August? The Defenders, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, which you know, I believe on Netflix it will probably be a series, but I thought it would be a movie, but it looks like it's gonna be a series. So I'm just not sure here. The trailers shows us, how they kind of meet, all the four of them, and it's no spoiler here. Just watch the trailer and you'll know it. It's like, okay, Jessica Jones is in a pinch, and Daredevil, I don't remember his name, arrives and is like, "Don't speak anymore. I'm your attorney."
Okay.
And then Iron Fist somehow picks up a fight with Luke Cage. So that's kind of how they meet.
Okay. So I need to maybe brush up on each of these shows.
And actually, it looks pretty cool.
In order to maybe...
The trailer makes it looks pretty cool, even though, I like Daredevil. Didn't like that much Jessica Jones. Enjoyed Luke Cage. Iron Fist was alright.
Okay.
That's my opinion. And it just looks cool. And
I need to take the time to watch those things.
The series will debut on Netflix on August 18.
Okay.
So it's like in 3 months. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay.
It looks cool, actually. You see a bit of who might be the villains.
Okay.
So we'll see, but it looks cool. The first trailer is out. Just type on YouTube Marvel's Defenders trailers, and it should pop up on about.
And when is it?
1,000 channels.
When is it supposed to come out?
What?
When is it supposed to come out on Netflix?
August 18th.
August 18th. Okay.
Yeah.
End of the summer.
Yep.
Okay.
It was pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
I will watch it.
Interesting. I'm surprised that when I look at Netflix, I'm surprised at the amount of even of movies that I watch that are Netflix movies. Surprising all the content that they're actually
and usually,
making.
even if they're not that good, you can see that it's well made, and
Yeah, in general, it's okay. Of course, the biggest problem is a lot of them are. Yeah, okay, it's like the same type of story of somebody else, but
Well, every movies have been done before. It's just, said in another way.
Well, you guys, I'm going to the UK. I'm using Kodi, and I'm actually going to pirate a lot of movies with Kodi in the UK.
Using your Wi-Fi.
I hope you guys in the UK are going to come and, at least, say hello when I'm in jail. And give me a bread with that,
What's the word in English?
Like something to cut my bars. So it's
Well, we'll see.
Anyways, so you just bring me a big loaf of bread with every tool I need inside.
All I see is the Daltons right now.
Yeah. So we'll try to get out. And if you see me with Big Tony, seems very friendly, please don't ask questions. Is Windows Defender any good? It's okay, because the problem is not, like I always say, I don't mind and I don't care what antivirus people use, because what you do is what is protecting you. You being careful is protecting you, not the antivirus. No antivirus is 100%, and more there are viruses and malware that are even undetected by antivirus software.
Of course.
It's what you do that secures you, not
you
not
are the
software.
number one antivirus.
Your brain is the most powerful antivirus of all. I can even tell you, every time I caught a virus on my PC, I knew I was in, doing things I should not be doing.
If your brain is the most powerful antiviruses, there are not that many powerful antiviruses in the world.
Well, that's another question.
Sorry.
Well, as a tech guy, I can tell you that a lot of brains are defective. Anyways, being careful is what really, really is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if we say NSA, it's almost sure now that this show will go through the NSA tools to see why we're talking about NSA.
NSA.
The idiots that get billions of dollars and that do stupid things to spy on us, that's the NSA for you.
And if we talk about the DARPA, we're going to be in the DARPA files even
Man.
then. They will develop a program to protect themselves against us.
I didn't put it here because I'm kind of a little tired of talking about all the spying that's going on, but...
Nail file.
You know what? A nail file, yeah.
I would have never known that.
So, basically, the NSA was... we saw this week that despite laws that prevent the NSA from taking mass, information, they still scooped up 151 million phone numbers and phone calls and data from phone conversations in the United States against Americans last year.
Okay, and
it's like, what the hell?
One thing I have to say, with 100 and I don't know what millions numbers and phone calls, how do you just go through everything and...
Keywords.
Okay. Like this guy who the same day searched for plants. What's the word? In Anglais?
Like plant vitamins or something.
Plant vitamins with phosphorus in it and backpack.
Yeah.
And the police got at his home because you can make a bomb with that. It's like, what the heck?
Well, it's totally normal that the guy had 100 pounds of it.
Yeah, right.
He's got a big garden.
He's on Home Depot and Staples, and I guess both websites are rated as, oh no, these are terrorists.
Yeah. So anyways, what I wanted to say, and that's the second part of my article or my little ranting. Here's the ranting part of Windows 10S.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Windows 10S. When I think of Windows 10S...
Isn't it like Windows RT but with Windows 10?
Well, it's a little better, but not that much.
Basically, isn't it the same? You're stuck with...
Okay, first of all, you're stuck with downloading apps from the store.
Windows RT was that. You're stuck with the app from the store.
So you're stuck with the store, but it was even worse because like 80% of apps in the store right now were not available on RT. Wow. Where here they are available because it's Windows 10. So, okay, first of all, let's just explain quickly. Windows 10S. Everybody said, and I even saw articles, oh, it's a stripped down version of Windows. No, it's not. It's a full version of Windows.
Okay.
It's actually derived from the Pro version of Windows 10. So, the good side, it has, everything you need to, for example, encrypt. There's a BitLocker to encrypt your files, like in the Pro version. There's all the tools that you need to connect to Azure Active Directory, for example, for businesses. It has the possibility to postpone updates, like the Pro version. It is half a Pro version, yet not totally. Some Pro stuff is not in it. So that's, at least there's a cool side to it. It's like, okay, it's like a Pro version. But it is a full version of Windows. It's not smaller, it's not different, it's a big version of Windows. The battery life that you get is because Microsoft just said, hey, can you just, like in the Chromebook style devices that's going to come out with it, just tweak your devices to make sure the battery lasts long. That's it. So the problems, where I see the problems here, is that Windows 10S, you download only store apps.
Yeah.
And God knows there's a lot of good store apps that are missing. So that's the first problem. You can't, you're gonna have to use Edge when 59% of people use Chrome right now. You get this, and you'll download Edge. Of course, you'll download Chrome through Edge. So you'll download Chrome through Edge. And when you click on it, what's going to happen? It's going to say, hey, you can't run this on this machine.
Well, you can use Monument browser, Mimic browser.
There's a Monument browser? Oh, really? Okay. So, I already see the problems there because of that. You're stuck with Edge. You're stuck with Bing in the search.
Oh, SH.
So, yeah. So,
Bing.
now,
Oh my god.
okay, imagine the scenario. You got a Windows 10S, and Microsoft, in a move that I think is because they know how shitty it is, they said, oh, by the end of until the end of the year, you can upgrade from Windows 10S to Windows 10 Pro for free. I hope so. And even after, it's only $50 to go to the Pro version. You know what? Everybody's gonna go to the Pro version. I mean, if I spend $1,500 on a Surface laptop, for example, I think I'm gonna spend the $50 more to go to the Pro version to do whatever I want with my computer. So,
Oh hell yeah.
personally, I think Windows 10S is not gonna make it.
It's not. I don't think so. I mean, even for student, you have Windows 10s. You're stuck with the App Store. Okay, you cannot get Steam. You cannot
Nope.
get anything. I mean, no.
Useful?
Yeah.
Anything useful?
Useful. What do I have on my tablet? I don't have that much things here, but what do I have? I have.
It's not
okay.
that there's a lot of
Okay.
it, but
You-
we
you
do
cannot-
have a few
you,
things.
You cannot get iTunes.
Nope. No iTunes.
What else? VLC.
Yes.
Is it an app? Is VLC an app? I don't think.
Yes, there is a VLC app in the store.
Well,
There is a VLC app
yes.
in the
Okay.
store.
Okay. Sorry.
So you can get VLC. But wait. There's a little problem with
a
it.
catch.
It's not totally compatible in the same as the VLC desktop
Okay.
app that you download.
What else? uTorrent. Oh no, I don't have that.
uTorrent.
I
What are you
don't-
talking
No,
about?
I don't. I don't have that.
uTorrent.
Malware bytes. Unless there's an app for that. No.
Nope.
Firefox. Uplay. Keysticks to map my.
Uplay. What's Uplay?
It's for Ubisoft games. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
Ubisoft response to Steam, which
Okay.
actually didn't really work.
Okay.
But there are still some interesting games.
Well, they're trying to. Yeah.
Keysticks to map my Xbox controller. Okay, cannot get that. Reflector to.
The only,
Okay.
Okay. You know what?
Power Archiver. Archiver.
Archiver. Yeah, there. I know there's some archivers, but I've never tried them in the store. And
Okay.
are they really?
I don't want Windows 10s.
But you know what?
Poker Stars.
Somebody actually started giving. I don't know. Maybe they probably got paid by Microsoft because that person was like giving positive points to how Windows 10s is good, and he convinced me of certain things, and then I started really using my brain instead of looking at somebody who's trying to convince me about something. And he was saying, oh well, in enterprise Windows 10s is going to be cool because since it blocks downloads from desktop apps, it's safer, no viruses and stuff like that. So at first I was like, okay, yeah, that's true. But then you start thinking and you say, but in enterprise, they use
Their own
enterprise grade apps or programs
that they make
that
themselves.
and if they don't make it themselves, they use these big apps from known companies.
But they-
And
but
like for example, there's a lot of one of the most popular thing is I can't remember the name, but it's a program that actually is very useful to make, for example, the paychecks for the employees and stuff like that. It's one of the most popular. Even the bar that we go to uses that to make the paychecks. Well, that's not an app. That's
No.
a program you install.
And many companies have their own kind of personal social
There's
media
all sorts
or
of little things like
internet.
that. So
Yeah.
and even worse, you know what? I'm trying to think. The more I think about it, the more it's a bad idea.
Well, the first thing I thought when I saw it, even though it's relatively different, it's like, okay, this is Windows RT all over again.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I thought.
You know,
It's different because it's Windows 10, but basically,
you know, the only positive side that I can see out of it is, yeah, it's going to be safe on the internet because you can't get viruses.
okay,
This is the only positive point I can see.
so it's good for a 7-year-old.
It's really the only positive point I can see.
It will be good for
Well,
schools.
okay,
but
a little old lady that browses the web, that doesn't mind using Edge.
watch your emails and play solitaire.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And she won't get viruses.
For schools, if
You stay with the standards.
if you
Stay with the
if you're
standards
okay
of
with
just
the ads that are there, and
Yeah.
you know, schools need Excel, PowerPoint, and Office and
well,
Word.
those are going to be ready for June. So
Okay.
you know, maybe some markets. Okay, for school, yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's give it points for school. Because you know how children are, they all going to say, hey, let's go to that, you know, games.com website and download our favorite games.
You know what I remember from high school actually? They would block like porn sites with the keywords that I won't mention here. But if
That
you
doesn't
would
work.
if you would go on Google and type it in Spanish, it would work.
Yeah.
That you know it's like okay.
Actually, that, you know, when I see that, it just makes me laugh. It's like, okay, who the hell is the tech people there that think that fools kids? You know, and at the reverse, you know, I remember a client of mine telling me that her kid needed to do a research on the different reproductive systems of animals.
Oh my god.
And because
How old was the kid?
And because, you know, it's like 11 or 12.
That's kind of young for that.
Well, I don't know. not
For such a
necessarily.
research, I think it's kind of young.
Look, I don't care about who and
Well,
why, but,
oh well.
you know, maybe it's a pervert guy at school that's pervert teacher of some sort.
You like
You know,
animals?
he's into cows or something. You know. So anyways, she was telling me that she had at the time a antivirus that by using keywords
The lady or the cow?
prevented the lady cow. That are you going shirtless episode? Okay. Yeah, we'll do a beach party.
When Marie come here.
We'll do a beach party.
When Marie come here.
Actually, it could almost be done. You know what? We could go to the beach at in Notre Dame and stream from our phones.
Oh my god.
We'll have a beach party. That could be kind of fun.
Okay, talk and stop drinking.
That could be ideas for some shows. But we are doing the one. We are going to do, you know, the day that it's going to stop raining, we are going to do a show at the bar. We have to do one. So anyways, the keywords, because the antivirus was like giving, stopping keywords. And basically what happened is that he would do his research and nothing would come up because everything was blocked because of the keywords. And it's like, yeah, you know, keyword block is not a good idea. You have to do it, you know, and you know, like I was talking earlier with DNS websites like Smart DNS, and there's another one I'm trying to remember, where you can actually block the domain names directly.
What?
So every website that is tagged as porn, for example, is
What?
removed.
Want to hear a, you know, anything funny story? Like how I actually got on my first porn site?
How did you go on your first porn site? This is the story we want. We want to hear that story.
At the time, we had AOL,
Okay.
you know, for the main reasons you know already.
Okay.
And somehow, I don't know how, by mistake, my father put one in the favorites. And you know, I'm like, I don't know.
So you actually click all the favorites that your dad has there.
No, there was only one.
Oh.
I don't remember what was the site.
Okay.
but
Bigboobs.com.
I don't know. But I just remember seeing this new favorite and was like,
What is that?
what is that? You
Of
know,
course, we're children
you're
are
11-year-old. Come on, and it's in the
children
fa-
are curious.
it's in
They
the
want to
fa-
see what.
and you're
yeah.
used to your father putting like something about Everest or Titanic or it's like let's check it, and well, okay, it's that. Well, okay, 11-year-old. It's like, well, you start to kind of be less stupid about that kind of stuff. So, well, I believe it was. I think it was Pig's Gallery.
Okay.
I-
You
I'm not sure.
at
but
least
I-
you're lucky because my generation we were just dumb. It's like,
You're still.
we didn't know anything until we'd see something someday, and it's like, there was one of the TV stations here in Montreal that was the first ever to have what's called soft porn movies at midnight,
You know that.
and they actually it was very controversial back then because there was nothing like that, and it's like, okay, you don't see nothing except boobs, but it's like, you're
Well, it's
16-year-old
Yeah.
and dumb
and
about it because your parents never talked to you about it. You never asked anybody about it, and you're like, okay,
well, that's that's
what is that guy?
There's a good and a bad.
What's that guy doing with that girl?
That's
You know.
where I say there's a good and a bad thing about it. The good thing, kind of, for the parents is that they don't get the question, where do babies come from?
Yeah,
Bad thing is for the parents, like, okay, is my kid watching?
there's
this kind of
174
stuff?
ways to make babies.
You go to the library and
Do you think- okay.
and borrow Kama Sutra.
Okay, fair question.
Okay.
Do you think that having such easy access to porn now
Yeah.
kind of makes us a little insensitive to it, in the sense that you just see so much of it? I'll be very honest because I have absolutely no problem with that. Yeah, I watch porn. Of course I watch porn.
Who doesn't? Honestly, who
Well,
doesn't?
actually, somebody tells me, especially guys, because in women I know that
Well.
it's sometimes a little
Okay.
different. But in guys, guys that tell me they don't watch porn, I'm sorry, you're
Alright,
just
come on.
a F liar, okay? The thing is, I watch the porn, and the more I tell myself, wow, it takes more and more now to really find something that turns me on.
Well, of course, because you know what? You see the same.
You heard the same noise as me, eh?
But it's because you always find the same exact stuff everywhere when you do the same research.
Well, that's true. That's always the same things that comes up.
That same girl is
Actually,
on
I have-
every website you will go.
And you search a specific title, and Google has 20 links. Out of them, there's 14 of the 20
You've already seen
that it's and 14 of the 20 are exactly the same video from
And
different places.
the 6 others you've already seen or are irrelevant.
Yeah. So it's like I'm just wondering, is it making us more picky at,
No, I
who we would? Is it making us okay? Are you more picky at choosing the right woman because of porn? Are you kind of a little more complicated now because at my age, at 16,
Well, okay.
you just take that what comes around.
Well, yeah, of course.
But
I still agree with that.
yeah, even though there's a lot of porn on the internet, you would say at 16 you still take what comes around because I want to understand because
I'd
the
say-
actual
yeah.
scene of pictures and the actual touching is not the same thing.
I would say it's I don't know why we're talking about it right now, but anyway, it's once you have experienced it for real a few times that you start.
Sorry, Tim says at 16 I would hump a lamppost. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Well, thinking about it, yeah, probably.
I believe it's after experiencing
let's
real a few times.
Let's make Tim welcome. Yes, we would probably do the same thing.
Yeah. I believe it's when you have experienced it for real that you start getting a bit more picky and realize that, well, okay, it's not as easy as it seems on the internet where just every girl just go, woo!
Okay, do you think...
They go, woo!
Do you think that it maybe brings in our head images and pictures of things that are non-standard?
Possibly.
You know, the standard sex for everyone is the boring kind. And what I mean that is that for probably 80% of people that have sex, it's a very regular and boring way of just doing it the same way all the time.
I guess.
You know?
I don't know. I don't have that much experience still.
Well, I've got too much experience, but anyways.
I do have some, you guys don't worry, but I'm not that stupid.
What do you think about the fact that you are still a virgin?
I am not.
He is not.
I'm not, I swear it. I swear it.
I am. Look at his face, it's like, yeah, right.
Well, I won't judge you.
Okay, let's stop talking about porn. You know, guys are
Let's keep it for next Friday.
Yeah, anything goes. We're going to talk about porn on Anything Goes. If you can be here, it's going to be fun.
Oh, God. It's going to... 7 hours?
7 hours of... 4 hours of that is porn, and the next 3 hours is just... totally trash because of too much alcohol.
If I'm here next Friday, we better get donations for such a show.
Yes.
I swear, if we don't get anything, I'm out of there.
Yes, and by the way, you know what? Next Friday, the special show. If you're here, and if you're not, but if you're not here,
no. Worst case, you know what?
We'll have donations, and if you're here, we're gonna do one thing. If you're here next Friday, all the donations we split 50-50.
But you know what? Worst case. Worst case. Depends at what hours you start the show, but I can arrive
4 p.m.
If my brother eats with us and leaves after, if you're still there, I can be here late.
It's going to start at 4 p.m. and I have no idea how long it's going to be.
So we'll see. If you don't mind me ringing at the doorbell at...
If you tell me, if you text me, you know, it's like, I'm coming over now.
Are you still there?
If I'm live, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Okay, so we'll see next Friday.
So anything goes next week. I can tell you that.
Oh my God.
Anything. There's going to be surprises.
Back to serious stuff.
Yes. What do you have to talk about?
Well, a few months ago, Amazon announced that they wanted to be more involved into video.
We should continue talking about porn. We're getting more views.
Amazon announced they wanted to be more involved into video games. We know Amazon owned Twitch. And now Twitch is selling video games. And
that's interesting. I didn't know that Amazon owned Twitch.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Amazon owns Twitch.
I know everything, but I didn't know that.
The game you buy on Twitch, 75% goes to Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this week it was announced that Amazon hired Craig Sullivan, creative director, who actually was one of the leader in the Need for Speed franchise. And we don't know why he was hired. He's hired for an unknown project related to what's coming to Amazon, but we have no idea what it is. Could we see a video game published by Amazon? That would be interesting.
I would see that.
If they get the right people,
I would see that.
I think we could have a good game published by a big name. You know, a game published by Amazon. It's like, okay, it's a big name. They wouldn't publish something crappy, I guess. So, that's...
Especially for the first one, it better not be crappy for the first one.
And Amazon said that they're diving into new project with several Amazon studios. What does that mean? I don't know.
Okay.
And Craig Sullivan, the guy, said that he's excited about joining Amazon Game Studios.
Okay.
So, but we really don't know what they're working on right now. We have no idea.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see some kind of partnership and a trailer from something at E3 where you would see Amazon.
Okay.
After hiring, a big name, that'd be interesting. E3 is next month, and things are unraveling. As just you don't know, Amazon Game Studios, they haven't done anything yet, and
Okay.
for hiring someone who
Could be
worked
interesting.
at one of the leads of Need for Speed, it's like, okay, they're taking a big name
Yeah.
with them. The guy know what he's doing,
Yeah. I guess.
so it's gonna be interesting.
It could be interesting
and,
to see. Could be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Two things that you want to say. Hello to Brian Wilson and Gerhard Tervalde and in the Netherlands.
It's true. We should keep talking about porn. We've got 25
Yes,
people
25. And today in our hardcore porn subject, we have to talk about the size of dildos that are getting bigger all the time. No, sorry.
Did you see this one? Like, if you think your job is crappy, you should think about Maria, who's painting dildo all day.
Anyways, there's still one thing about, really, are we talking about that? Let's just complete the subject. Porn actors getting their stuff molded for dildos and it's like, what? Really? Somebody's buying a dildo or a whatever
Of Tom Cruise.
I don't get it. Anyways,
Neither.
well,
some women are desperate.
And okay, I'm just gonna answer a question from Jacqueline McBride that asked me about an update. That update, by the way, is a lot of people is getting it. You'll get it more than once, probably with the exact same number. It's an update to verify if your computer is compatible and possible with the Creators Update. So it verifies and sends data to Microsoft for them to know, can they push Creators Update to your PC now, or do you have to wait? And you'll get more than one for sure. So from the couch porn special, that really sounds really bizarre. Hey, Gabriel Pearls.
Hi, nice to see you.
Oh God, a from the couch porn special. That sounds very sleazy, but I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of views.
Oh God.
Gotta get a few women here for that though.
And a lot of donations.
I was about to say something that I really can't say.
Don't
Can we pay beautiful girls to be here just for that? Yes, I know they're called prostitutes, but anyways.
You'd be surprised.
So, anyways,
What's your next news today?
my next news. What is my next news?
I don't know. You should know.
Okay, Windows Phone is dead.
Okay.
And
I thought I saw Nutella right here. Which is not.
I gotta say, it does resemble Nutella, but it's Satya Nadella, which is CEO of Microsoft. And, I've got two things now, because when I wrote this little bit here, it's something that was the first part. We had a second part today. So Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, says, the next Windows phones are not going to be something that you've ever seen before. What does that mean?
Because there will be more Windows Phone?
That's what he says. He says that, yes, there will be more Windows phones.
Did you try them and you cannot talk about it? Or you will not tell us even if you touched it?
He said there will not be any Windows phones, and they're not going to be the same. And that's it. That's all I have to say. And
we'll talk after the show.
The other thing that we learned today is that we had the CEO, the leader of the team for HoloLens, that also wanted to talk about phone for some reason today, and said, in case you didn't see, Windows Phone is dead. But we will have Windows Phone like you've never seen before. And that's all.
What does that mean?
Exactly. What does it mean? I have no idea. Well, and so basically, okay, Windows Phone is not dead. One of the biggest problems I have with that is you guys had a shot at it. And a good one. I mean, to be able to just go up to 5% of the market. That was a really good shot at it.
That's already big.
And you let it go. What makes me think that if you do something really special, that you can actually get, will you get a second chance at it? You had one. You had one, and you had a good one, because a lot of companies are trying it out and they're not getting in there. They're not even getting to 1%. And I mean, come on, 2 years ago they had 1.4 billion with Windows Phone in revenue. That's not a small number. It is a small number for the total, but it's not a small number. You get 1.4 billion out of it.
Hello, Robert Green.
So I don't know. Apparently, Windows Phone is not dead.
Apparently. If you say so.
Well, I do say that my thoughts on it is, with Windows 10 on ARM, there's possibilities of getting devices that would run the real Windows 10 and be phones. That means you could have a PC that would be a phone.
Aren't they already, kind of? I mean,
yeah, but you
can make phone call with
what
Skype.
I mean by that is a real PC that you can install whatever you want, like Windows. Not something that you have to go through a store or something. Because Windows 10 on ARM, that is coming. By the way, there's tons of devices coming later this year with Windows 10 on ARM. And it's the real Windows.
I just don't understand the word of what you're talking about.
And ARM is what's running in your phone there and running in my phone here. It's the CPU.
Okay.
But it's not compatible with the code of Windows 10 usually.
Okay, I think you told
But the
that.
next processors are so powerful.
Okay, yeah, I think you said
Windows
something about
10
it a few weeks ago.
will run in emulation. So it's the real thing. Meaning, if you decide that you want to install Steam on your phone because it's running the real Windows 10, you would. Woohoo! So would you buy a Windows Phone that runs a real Windows 10? You can install Steam on it, play your games, and make phone calls.
If I can somehow pair a Bluetooth controller with it, of course I would.
Of course, it's the real Windows.
Course.
It is the real Windows.
Of course I would. But
you'll be able to even probably do like on Android that I do here with just the adapter. You put your Xbox controller on it.
You can put an Xbox controller on your Android?
Yes.
Or does it need a USB adapter?
I do have the adapter for this because Android's cool.
Yay!
So I have the adapter for this.
I want
and
that.
yes,
I want that.
You can put an Xbox controller on Android. By the way,
I want that. I want that on Windows Phone. I want that.
Next phone he's gonna get is gonna be an Android.
Maybe not. Is there Steam on Android?
Is there Steam on iPhone? Is there an app for Steam? No. Okay.
No, of course not.
I don't think so.
That's on iPhone.
I don't think so.
But on the Windows Phone, yes, I want that.
I just want to check it out, but I don't think so. It's really a Windows thing, I think.
It's gonna be.
Well, actually,
it's gonna be.
Steam, Valve Corporation install.
F you. Well, it's on iPhone too.
What is that exactly?
That I'm curious too. It's on iPhone.
I've never
rated 2 stars out of 5.
Okay, that's bad. Sign into your existing Steam account.
Well, you don't have any.
I don't have one.
I'll sign to mine if I can remember my password.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem all the time.
Oh crap! I have almost no battery left.
What will? Or do you want me to?
After I can survive for.
So, anyways, Windows Phone.
I'll check.
It's dead.
Steam user.
But it's not dead at the same time. So we'll see. But I think that Windows Phone, as it is now, unfortunately, is dead, and that is sad. That is really sad.
Okay. I don't want to say.
They are nice devices. I can tell you that. They're really nice devices. So, what does it do?
So wait. have like double.
He's got hacked. It's a fake hat that's stealing your information, and he's gonna have like a $2,000 bill on his credit card because some guy in China bought tons of games.
Okay, so a code was sent to my email actually. Okay, just keep talking. I try to check it out.
Okay.
quickly.
Can I go to my next news and it's gonna be over for me
Okay, yeah.
if you want?
Oh yes, it's gonna be over for you. All right.
There was a Google Docs malware that was extremely dangerous, man. It faked so well that somebody you knew was sending you a document that actually a lot of people fell for that. And what it did is it gave you a link. The link would bring you to a page that looked like Google Docs, but was actually a copy. It would ask you for permission to do what it wanted with your Google Docs. So it could steal all of your contacts and every personal information you had there. And it was actually something that lasted 2 days. But it was so intense that a lot of people fell into it. It was so intense that I was actually about to make a really important warning video for everybody, because they were explaining how to see that it's fake, and I wanted to explain it, but Google beat me to it. Google saw that something was happening, and they actually blocked all the domain names and all the places and the websites and the things. It revoked all the permissions for that, meaning that when they actually decided to hit, they hit hard, and every website came down. Every website that had that came down. There was no access anymore. And if you tried to find information on them, it would say that website doesn't exist.
Okay.
And so kudos for Google. They've been fast at this, but you know what? I think they had no choice. I think this was really a hell of a bad situation happening here. And I gotta say that it was scary, because you know what? I looked at how you could see what that was, and it was, it was difficult. It was difficult. I mean, for pretty much everybody, it was almost impossible to see. The only hint that you had about Google Docs that it was fake is that your email was in the BCC field, which means it was in the field where it hides all the other emails, because it would send mass emails, but it didn't want you to see them.
Okay, by the way, I understand why the app is rated like 2 out of 5 on Apple.
What is it exactly?
Well, okay, you can see your library, the store, and buy stuff, but you cannot play.
Okay, that's why it's
give me your phone. I'll enter my account.
No, it's the same thing.
You think?
Yeah.
You won't be able to install or play anything?
No, I don't think so.
Even like Commander Keen?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You want to try it if you want.
Well, as long as you don't buy anything while going back on the app.
Woo! Well, now it's not a Chinese guy's gonna have 2,000 on his bill. It's me. No, but I don't think it's not gonna.
Well, I'm just curious, Whoops.
I don't think there's gonna be a difference.
Keep talking.
So keep talking. Don't look. So, anyways, you know what? This is going to be more and more something important in the future, that we will have dangerous things happening to our different online lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this one showed how suddenly it can get really, really difficult to see the truth from the fake. These guys are getting good at it, and it's their jobs, so they're really professional at trying to lure us. Tim Robinson today sent me an email about a scam that he got, and I got it too, by the way. Here in Canada is also active. You get a text message on your phone, and it says, "Hey, this is your bank. Now, in my case, what's funny is it was a bank that I do not have an account. So I knew it was fake immediately from the start. But, just imagine, you get a text message on your phone and it says, hey, this is your bank and it's your bank. There's something wrong with your account. You should click this link and continue. Never, never do that. Remember one thing. Banks never send you emails about problems that you should click a link and go to. They never send you a text message and click a link and go to somewhere. If you do get that and you are not sure, never click any links. Just call your bank or go to your bank and tell them and show them. You know what? There's a lot of crap in there, and you got to be careful. So they never send text messages to your phone. They never send emails saying there's a problem.
Password, or they already have your password in their bank somehow.
When they ask you for stuff like that, never fall for that.
And
I actually had a very something where there's a moment in your life that you helped somehow, and you're like, that's cool. I got an email from one of my viewers that was telling me a couple of weeks ago, thank you so much. I follow you on your Windows channel. I love your videos. And I got a fake phone call from somebody pretending to be Microsoft support. But thanks to you, I knew it was fake. I knew not to fall for it. It feels good because it's like, okay, you know what? If I prevented these assholes from getting money, I'm so happy.
I once received a phone call from someone pretending to be from Facebook, but with the biggest Quebecer accent you can imagine. It's like, oh yes, this feels so legit. Someone leaving like in Gaspésie.
Yeah.
This feels so legit.
Hey, Robert,
and by the way, the Steam app does the same on your phone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
let's delete it.
With a Windows phone running an official Windows 10, which I could install everything. Well, of course, I'd still need like 16 gigabyte of RAM on a phone to.
Yeah, but it couldn't because it would just need to have the same processor and everything. It's impossible,
Well, on a Windows phone, but impossible on a Windows phone.
Yeah, because they all, phones don't have. What is that? Steam latest deb. What is that?
I clicked on some stuff.
Okay, so you downloaded viruses on my phone. Okay.
I guess. Well, you have Androids. That's your problem.
So, anyways, no, because a Windows phone does not run a Intel CPU.
Could it?
Here for your education,
could
okay?
It?
For your education, every mobile device that is a phone runs, even a lot of tablets run ARM processors. They are the dominant CPUs in a lot of these devices. Why? Because they are made for mobile.
But could it run Intel?
It could, but you know why it doesn't? Because if you have an Intel CPU in here, my phone would have 30 minutes battery life.
True.
That's why it doesn't exist. If Intel would have been able to make a, Core i7 that runs on a phone, you know what? What the hell is people talking about gay and who kissed who here?
Hi, Vinat.
Hi, Vinat. Hello there. And
well, okay.
I just saw somebody puke because Tim kissed somebody.
Well, anyway, I understand what you mean.
So anyway, that's why it's not happening. Yes, technically it could. No, it's not happening. Okay. Because ARM has that market, and actually Qualcomm is a bad boy because Qualcomm makes a lot of the ARM processors. They even been able, imagine, Qualcomm Original meaning happy. Yeah, a lot of meanings there. But anyways, one of the things that that Qualcomm did is they were actually they're powerful enough that they were actually able to blackmail Apple into getting millions of dollars.
Okay.
That means you're really sideways.
Well, I thought the camera was already on the right side. Well, anyway, never mind.
Yeah, so we're sideways anyways.
We'll know next time.
So when you see our video, you just do this.
And your screen also flip it.
So, or if you have an Intel computer, you can use Control and one of the arrow keys and just flip the screen the side that you want.
One of our
You've got an Intel in here. You should be able to do it.
That's our friend.
Okay.
He bought that.
Kind of. It's him. So, anyways.
F him.
You know, Qualcomm is very powerful, and so, anyways, for your education, you know. My wife has a mustache like a hedgerow. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I had a lot of feminine. You know, I had a lot of female clients that had mustaches, but that's another story, and we're not going to go into that subject.
So,
anyways, I've done everything, so it's your turn.
Well, kind of quickly, the PlayStation VR headset comes now in somehow of a bundle, because you know, if you buy the PlayStation VR, you need the PlayStation camera and the PlayStation moves to, well, the camera to recognize you, of course, and the moves to play adequately. Right now, the camera comes with the PlayStation VR headset, so it's kind of a $60 save that you get.
Okay.
There's not much more to say about that precisely. Just adding that this week is the Golden Week sales on the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
Because in Japan, it is the Golden Week, which is like the week where everyone is on vacation. So, like, really.
Do you know exactly what it means? What's the Golden Week? It's like is it like some kind of
I don't know the real meaning.
Equivalent of some kind of Christmas holiday where everybody's just
Golden Week.
You know, a Golden Week gives me lots of images on my mind, but Golden Week Japan.
It's like a national holiday laws.
Okay, Golden Week Japan.
So it's like, since May we're going to do
abbreviated as GW.
Yeah, of course. It's like just...
It's a term applied to the period containing a number of holidays.
So yeah, and it's like...
Okay, that's why. Okay, look. There's the Emperor's Birthday, Greenery Day, Showa Day, Constitutional Memorial Day, Citizens Holiday, Greenery Day, Children's Day. So it's like, okay, a full week of different holidays.
And it's like, okay, let's give vacation to everyone.
And let's just take off and do whatever we want.
There are already a lot of holidays in Japan. You know, in Japan, there's one holiday per month in which, you know, there's a big festival.
Yeah.
So everyone can just bread for a while.
So you see here, it's like, it's April 29th
to May.
And May 3 to 5th. So it means there's some kind of little break in the middle. It's not a full week.
Well, yeah, but, you know,
but
that's Japan for
that's the holidays. Oh,
but,
okay.
It's also, you know, the time for...
well, we'll eat sushi for the golden...
We're also closing the... to the Sakura Blossom.
So we'll have sushi and sake for the Golden Week.
Just to say that, to finish, Golden Week deals on the PlayStation Store, which means that many games that are made in Japan are up to 70% rebates if you are a normal PlayStation user. If you are subscribed to the PlayStation Plus, you get up to 80% rebates. And just to give you an idea, today I bought...
Do you have to be Japanese? No?
No.
Okay.
Today I bought 3 games. Usually, these 3 games would have cost me $180. I paid $62.
Okay.
And one of them was actually 80% retail. Because, we are a member of PlayStation Plus. So it's, instead of 80, it was like 17.
Okay.
And so if you guys like Japanese video games, now is the time to check. And finally, well, there's been a new record set this week in the video game industry.
Okay.
Someone beat Super Mario Bros. With the lowest possible score.
Yeah, I did see that the lowest possible score that you could do to actually.
And it was a speed run. You have to head to that. It was a speed run.
It's doing all the
guy died once. Okay,
like doing it all, but with the least amount of points possible.
Yeah, he got 500 points, which is the lowest score you can ever get if you know Super Mario Bros. By heart. 500 points. The guy, the previous record was 600. The guy beat it in a speed run.
Yeah.
Is that cool? Well, kind of. You have to admire the guy. You have to admire the guy dedication.
I imagine that guy with like a big beard, because he's just and he didn't clean himself for the past 3 months, and it's like, yes, I got the lowest score possible at that game. It's like it's kind of a weird thing. I got the lowest score at this game. Woohoo!
Well, yeah. Now, okay, the next one's gonna be I had the lowest score with a better time.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You want to answer the questions that people are asking about your new job and the reason why we got drunk last night?
Well, I kind of just flushed my new job this morning.
He actually
got pissed off really bad yesterday.
And
he was like, well, you know what? I already have another job.
And the funny thing about it is, okay, he texted me late afternoon, okay, Zoe tonight, a few beers. Then, I said, well, I don't know, I got a lot of things to do. Then he texted me again with, okay, he's at the bar, he has a beer. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not sure, I don't know what to do. And then he texts me again and says, come on, you gotta come over.
We're only 3 in the bar.
Yeah, no, he didn't get fired. He decided that he had enough.
Oh, yeah. It's like...
And
I won't go in... I'll go in details next Friday if you guys ask.
Stupid people that think that they anyways.
Well,
anyways, that's why we got drunk last night.
Well,
because
not so drunk.
Well, not so drunk, but
I felt
we did sing a lot of songs.
I felt like
he did sing a lot of songs, so that was kind of cool. But anyways, pretty cool. Well, not cool that he got, it's a bad job and everything. But anyways, he decided, of course I didn't help because, when he left last night, I said, well, you got money in the bank. You got the power. You can decide.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. My mind.
Get the fuck out.
My
Probably. But it's like, his uncle comforting. Well, you got money in the bank. You can get the fuck out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Still. So yes, he did get the package deal, I believe. Gabriel?
I rarely buy package deals actually because I don't care about DLC. I just want to play the game.
Yeah. But you did buy deals.
I used
bought some deals.
The rebates. Like I said, I bought I Am Setsuna, which is like an classic RPG in modern days, and I watched the trailer and it looks really, really cool. Knights of Azure, which got like a 6 out of 10, but was like $20. I'll try it. And Sword Art Online Lost Song, which I don't know if I'll ever have time to play the game entirely, but was like, $14 instead of $80. Let's go for it.
Okay.
And
okay.
but anyone who wants to learn more about my gaming habits, or just see me play,
My gaming habits.
I'm gonna try to start somehow to just stream my gaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, I know. I know.
Well, it's it actually it's more of the complex situation of where you live that makes it complicated.
I don't have to chat that much in the worst case. I can just stream. I'm just worried about my tablet overheating.
No, it will not.
Well, I know, but
It will not.
I
It's made
guess.
for that.
I guess.
Stop worrying. People worry too much about the technology.
I know there is a safe.
Oh no, it's hot.
I know there is a safe.
I'm sure
on
it's
that.
I'm sure it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, it is.
Well, I know it's gonna shut down before it overheats for real, but still.
Especially with Intel. Intel will throttle you down so you'll have like a super slow computer before anything happens.
But still, when you have a $3,000 tablets, you get kind of scared even for nothing.
I could get 3 cool laptops for the same price.
Well, they wouldn't do half of what I can do.
Including a Surface laptop.
Well,
with some kind of,
Yeah, but they will not do half of what I do with that. It's like our friend who tells us he bought a new MacBook because he does photo editing, and it's like, I paid this much. Can your tablet do that for the same price?
It does more.
Yes, and even more.
Actually, it's the excuse that he has, which is, the screen. It's the same fucking screen as any PC that's high end, and that's gonna cost half.
You said the F word.
I don't care anymore.
I believe we got like 3 strikes before getting 18 plus. At cinema,
nobody complains. So you know what? Who cares?
So 2 hours and a half.
If I could get an RE 600 for $3,000, but nope. I even got 3,000 cents right now. Siberia 3, I did not get it. Last time I checked, I remember to check, it was still not available. But is it available now, Tim? Because I wanna really, I really want to play it. Actually, you know what? I've actually forced myself to replay Siberia 2 because I want to get back in the mood. But you know what? I've had a hard time playing it. You know why? Because I played that with my sister that died of cancer, and as I'm playing it, I feel like weird. I feel weird playing it. Is it normal? I feel weird playing it.
Well, I believe it does.
I don't know. What is that? Downloading end curses? Is my laptop in Linux want to curse? Using curse words? So, but the graphics on the the Surface Pro 4 is actually quite good. It's better than the average than most laptops. It does have a GPU that's is it what? It's the Iris thing, Intel Iris.
Yeah, I have the Intel Iris.
So it's actually, it's not like an NVIDIA or an AMD Radeon, but it is better than an Intel graphics standard.
Actually, after the NVIDIA, it's one of the best. And like for someone like me who does gaming, if you have enough RAM, the RAM will compensate part of it at least.
Yeah, but
and
it has its own RAM. It already has something, at least a gigabyte of its own RAM, I think. Right?
What?
The Intel Iris.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, yes, it does.
I don't know. You're the tech guy.
Yes, it does. It does. It does.
But
let me just check that out.
I believe it's 128.
No, it's more than that.
More than that?
No, I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
I'll go on. Can you run it and we'll see?
Please, that Linux fucking version that doesn't connect to the internet every 2 seconds. Linux is crap. Don't take Linux on the PC.
Let's see. How much did you
especially now a weird version like I did.
Okay.
Intel Iris graphics.
Okay, I have dedicated video RAM. I have 128.
Okay.
Dedicated.
Oh, it's kind of okay. Kind of cheap though.
Yeah.
But it's expandable with the RAM of your PC.
Yeah, I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, so it compensates.
It's just that
part of it.
You know what's sad about that is that the RAM from the PC is okay. The RAM of the PC is slower to access than dedicated RAM. For
of course.
Chip.
But I don't care reducing the graphic settings.
Yeah.
You care.
Well, you're not a PC gamer.
I just want to play.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I want the story and to play.
You know that crappy PC your dad bought? It has an NVIDIA card, so I thought, oh, that must be good. It's an NVIDIA card. No, it has 256 megabyte RAM. I tried to play a crappy game, and it told me, your graphics card is crappy. And I was like, okay. So now I'm thinking that I need to go and change that card for something that has like 2 gigabytes of dedicated RAM or something.
At least. Or add RAM to the machine itself.
No, because this is a graphics card that is external.
Oh, God.
You know, that's an internal card, so it can access your RAM. That's a desktop PC as a dedicated graphics card, so it can't access the RAM.
That's what
it needs.
Well, you know that's
to have the RAM
that's
on
what
it.
happens when you buy a cheap PC.
Well, yeah, but most desktop PCs work like that because they have dedicated graphics cards.
So, you know what? I'm happy with my Surface Pro.
That's cool.
And just for Grapple Pearls.
Okay.
Love you, Grapple Pearls.
And by the way, never install a Linux version that has a rat as a background wallpaper. Because it's just crappy. And it's called Antergos. And yeah, I'm trying it because I'm that guy that wants to try everything. So before we go, anything last minute? Because we're going to have to go retro gaming in an hour's time.
Yeah, and
in an hour's time.
Ivy Nut looks like my new friend. Well, I want her to be.
Ivy Nut. Hello, Ivy Nut. So, in 1 hour, you know, even if you're not retro gaming or retro gamer or anything, you know, Miss Lady Catherine had a lot of fun watching our retro gaming last week.
And for those who didn't
you know what? Even Grable Pearls, everybody, the retro gaming is more than just gaming.
And for those who didn't see our Facebook Live,
two idiots
I'll show you guys what we are going to drink tonight. Just give me a minute.
Okay, yes. Oh, bring the sushi. Show them the sushi too. So we're having sushi and some sake.
Tonight,
a special sake type.
We are eating sushis.
So we have the sushis. We have 2 packs of sushis like that.
Sushis like
very
that.
peculiar sushis.
Just a curiosity.
And
the Snow Maiden sake.
Snow Maiden sake,
which is you know, kind of a creamy Junmai sake.
Okay.
What
do you think about it? Can we just open it and smell it now?
Of course. I'm just gonna because it is creamy. You have to shake it before.
Okay.
Or there are deposits at the bottom of the bottle.
As long as it's not like a champagne bottle, it's like gonna just blow in our face.
Let's just
I'm just curious to smell it.
Of course.
So is it gonna be like ooh or wow?
Smells good. Fruity. Smells fruity.
Oh, smells good.
Smells good, eh?
That smells really good.
And cold, it feels like it's gonna be really good too.
Okay.
I don't want to drink that hot.
How about for the next 5 minutes, put it in the freezer? And we could even drink it on ice, I believe. That does look like
something you could
put it in the freezer.
Yeah, but I told you it's a sake that is made for sugary things. Okay. So with desserts, it goes really well.
Okay.
Sushi, okay, it will be good, I'm sure. But if you have something sugary,
you know what? I'm thinking more about it more as the after sushi than with the sushi, basically.
Yeah, me too. Let's finish our beers and
let's finish the beer, and eat the sushi,
and Snow Maiden on the rocks could be actually pretty good.
Yep, absolutely.
In the freezer for a few minutes.
So what? There's a joke in Gabe's sentence. What sentence?
So,
No, Patrick, it's not gonna be. You know what? Okay, there's a joke about the freezer. When I did my Windows Insider Hour, I had put a beer in the freezer,
oh,
and I forgot it there. And when I took it, it was so cold that when I put it on the counter and I looked at it 5 minutes later, there was ice all around the bottle, not just like it looked like some kind of prehistoric ice age bottle. So you know what? I want to have a some kind of internet smelloscope where we could like put the bottle or put the things there and people can smell it. We need to invent that, an internet smello something.
It surely does exist somewhere.
It would be good, a smello something. You know, of course, you know, there probably would be like, you know, I'm sorry guys, but some kind of website like Smell My Armpits or something, but
I couldn't imagine worse.
smell my armpits, smell my jock itch, smell my whatever. You know, you guys have imagination, just try it. So anyways, we will be live in
About an hour.
55 minutes.
55 minutes, yeah.
Thanks for sharing the website, Tim, and the Old Computer Museum. And you know what? Miss Lady Catherine had a lot of fun. So you know what, Great Old Pearls and everybody, don't think, oh, I'm not going to go there. It's kind of boring. It's retro gaming. No, you guys have no idea
of how weird
of two drunk guys playing games, what it looks like. Okay? Because that's pretty much what we have. And, okay, just before we go, I have a radio show tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing the SDR, so the Software Defined Radio. So I'll be here with my big screen TV and that really cool looking radio. And then we have, next week, we have tons of shows. We have the Tech Show, Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 1900 UT. We have the Windows Insider Hour at 6 p.m. Eastern, 22 UT. We have Wednesday, a special thank you radio show where I will be here because of the donations. You guys have been great. And please, you know what? The only thing that keeps me hanging here is just that, you know, it's your donations help me a lot. And sorry to hear that, Great Old Pearls. I hope you feel right. I hope to, you know, take care. Take care. Take care, Great Old Pearls. I really want you to take care. No, it's important. Yeah. I want you to be here in 20 years. Will we be here in 20 years? What do you think?
On the couch, I don't know. Alive, yes.
Alive, yes. Well, that's still we don't know.
I will.
Yeah.
If you're weak, that's your problem.
I'm 48. I'll be 68. You know.
Yeah.
You never know what happens in life.
Yeah.
So please take care, Great Old Pearls. Okay. So also next Wednesday, so at 4 p.m. 2000 UTC, we will of course have a special thank you show for your donations for the radio shows. Thursday of next week, of course, from the couch, 4 p.m. And we'll have a lot of fun, you know. I think. And don't forget the special on this channel. Anything goes. Hope you're here. If you can't, it's okay. You know, I mean, I understand.
I would really like to be there.
I understand, but
it's gonna be wild.
And if you're here, we gotta think about some wild things also. Like, you know, anything goes. The show tells it all. Anything goes. You know, I can even see that we'll be in the back of the couch and doing a puppet show. You know, just with mittens. Hey. No. Anyways, anything goes.
I have two at home.
Are you really eating sushis right now in front of everybody there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I have one? Okay, can I have some? Well, that's kind of delicate to open, eh? Okay, I'm just gonna eat a sushi in front of everybody. Sorry, guys and girls, but I want to have a little something. Here we go. This looks good. These are better than the ones we had last time.
Of course. Our best one were sushis from corner store with cream soda.
This is good.
So, thank you for watching, everyone. See ya in the 50 minutes at youtube.com/oldcomputermuseum/live for Commodore 64 games.
Commodore 64 and emulation. Actually, not totally. I will set up my Commodore 128 so you guys can see it. We will play Pac-Man with it because it's the only game that I have. And after that, we'll go in emulation. What do you think about that?
You're the boss.
I'm the boss. So yeah, I won't tell you what it smells like, Tim. But you know. And Miss Lee Catherine, you can be the stalker that you want. I have no problem with that. Okay? You can stalk me on every show, every minute of the day, and I'll be happy. So take care, everybody. Thank you, mister.
It's been a pleasure.
Merci beaucoup, mon Gabriel.
Ça fait plaisir, mon oncle.
And you know what? Take care, everybody. Take care of your great ball pearls. And you know what? Stay safe, everyone. You know, life is already too complicated. Just be cool. Thank you for being here. You guys are great. And without, you know, if we had 0 views and nobody in the chat, I don't think we'd be here.
No.
It's just that drives us and it's really fun.
So, see ya in the 50 minutes or
So,
next week.
40 minutes retro gaming or, you know, in our next shows. And for the radio guys here, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 2000 UTC.
Take care.
Take care. Love you all.